Now, Lewis does so much in that hideous strength. And I've already talked with Dr. Ward about this one, with Reese, and I had a great conversation. And Christiana Hale came on to talk about her contribution. But none of our conversations, for all that we romped through themes of contraception, technology, modernism, science, government, politics, philosophy, education, Arthur did not come up in any of those. And that's the province of your essay. So where does Arthurian legend show up in that hideous strength?
Well, it's interesting because it's once you see it everywhere in the book, but it's slightly hidden. And Lewis is so clever about this. There's three real tip-off points. One is the titles of Ransom. So we have Elwyn Ransom, the protagonist of Out of the Silent Planet in Paralandra. We've met him as this, middle-aged academic on a walking tour, and then he gets sent to Venus. Okay. And then we meet him in that hideous strength, and he's different, and he's weirdly younger and wounded. But most notably, he has two new titles. He is he's now Mr. Fisher King. Okay. And he is the Pendragon. Now, both of those are titles that are taken straight out of the Arthurian legendarium, although interestingly, Lewis, in both cases, repurposes them, does some interesting things with them. Then a third element is the most obvious is Merlin. Merlin's a character, the actual Merlin of the legendarium. And a fourth thing is the mention of Logres as the sort of Arthur's kingdom. And also, okay, so fifth thing, Arthur himself gets a mention a couple different times, although Arthur does not feature as a character. He is off in Paralandra, the equivalent of Avalon. So there are these, five sort of touch points about Arthurian elements. Now, you might think, they're just a little bit of window dressing. He's just, putting in some stuff to be cool. Lewis never does anything by randomly. He has the marvelously complex mind. Things have a purpose. And as I looked more deeply at these things, they do come together, and they allow him to really to connect what's going on in that hideous strength to what it means to be someone in Britain, to national identity and culture, and also what it just means to be a Christian, living out the Christian life.